I think we were at sea for 7 days, but it could have been 3, you know, it just felt like we never really stopped. Super intense, definitely 20 on the intensity scale out of 10.
It was so short, it was very much a sprint, and it was about being at speed, you know, all the time. There was no time to relax or ease off or, you know, settle into the race. It was, yeah, at 110% from day one leaving Newport until right to the moment we arrived here in Aarhus.
And I think the speed generates an intensity, whether that's just hanging on, whether it's the fear of being thrown forward. So it's definitely, I would say, far more intense from a physical and a mental point of view, sailing on the Imocas compared to the 65s. And I think that people have this perception that you're inside the bubble, you're not exposed to the elements, you know, it's just cruisy sailing, but it's completely not. I would say this is almost harder physically, just for the sheer fact that you have to be hanging on and you're almost braced, you know, like the whole time. It's even the fact that the motion of the boat is so uncomfortable, so unpredictable, that it creates this constant tension, or, you know, makes everything so hard.
En fait, ce qui était dur, c'est que j'étais déjà allé aussi vite en Imoca, mais pas sur une aussi longue période. Et je pense que tous à bord, à un moment donné, on s'est dit, on a eu envie que ça s'arrête, quoi. Tellement c'était violent, dur à encaisser sur une aussi longue durée.
The intensity was up there, and I think, you know, everybody from the outside saw just another level of performance in these boats, which I think was, you know, surprised everyone else on board, but I think it surprised everyone on the outside as well.
Leg 3 was tough because of the length at sea. It was a different kind of mindset, you know, it's the longevity that was going to be the challenge. This leg, the conditions were, you know, pretty intense. And so, yeah, I think the fact that it was such a fast leg, physically hard leg in such a short space of time. And I would almost say it was tougher than leg 3. But I guess it's a different types of tough. I think, as I said, on leg 3, you know at some point you're going to get a let up in the weather, or you'll be turning, on this leg, for example, we'll be turning a corner, say, for example, at the top of the UK. It had been horrendous sea state leading up to that top, but Charles kept saying it's going to be better once we're around. So you know that there's a point where things will change and you can get some sleep. So it's you can mentally just push yourself through the worst bits, knowing it's not going to last forever.
Dans l'intensité, forcément, quand tu fais du Figaro, en termes d'engagement mental, en termes de tout ce que tu peux, c'est sans doute ce qu'il y a de plus fort. Mais par contre, il n'y a pas cette dimension physique due au choc du bateau dans la mer, quoi. Tu subis pas autant que ça. Là, c'est vraiment la violence des chocs à bord, de ce que transmet la coque du bateau, qui fait que c'était vraiment dur.
We got it. Yeah. We got it.
On vient de faire 641 000. En tout cas, c'est un record qui va rester longtemps ancré en moi, c'est sûr.
The challenge is just doing simple jobs, you know, for example, taking your salopette wet weather gear off, but you're doing it holding on with one hand and then trying to do this, and it's almost impossible. Or you're just hanging on until you feel the boat nosedive, and then you know you've got like about 5 seconds of like, quick, do it now, and then you've got to be hanging on again.
Slamming across the waves is slamming. It's tough. It's tough on you. It's tough physically, and I think it's quite tough mentally as well. You know, when you're trying to get some rest, and every 2 seconds you're getting slammed over a wave. It's quite tiring, but yeah, it's part of the game now, and you're just gonna have to live with it and work out how best to deal with it.
Et puis en fait, ce dont on se rend pas compte, et là moi je me rends compte aujourd'hui, c'est que quand tu es dans la ligne, quand tu es dans l'action, ton corps il ferme toutes les écoutilles, il y a moins de douleur, moins. Et puis là, quand tu relâches tout à l'arrivée, là, putain, moi j'ai mal partout, quoi, aux jambes, aux cuisses. Tu sens, alors que on n'est pas tant que ça debout dans le bateau, comme tu sens que le corps était vraiment en stress, quoi, ouais, crispé. Ouais. la vitesse a un coût et il y a un gros impact quand même sur la qualité de vie à bord et sur ce qu'encaissent les marins, quoi. Le squelette, tu te dis mais là je vais me casser en deux. Puis tu as peur de te faire mal en permanence. Dès que tu rates un impact avec un genou, une cheville ou un bras, tu te dis je vais me péter quelque chose, quoi. Donc c'est hyper stressant. Il y a beaucoup de stress. La limite pour moi elle est humaine. En tout cas moi j'ai été proche de mes limites quand même.